Guess who's back to live? Well, you do know. Just need to grab the live on my phone and we are all set and ready. Maybe there's like that much of a delay? I don't know. I honestly don't know what the delay is. So I will have to remember exactly where I was the last time because I kind of don't remember. So just want to change a few things in there. Mm. Let's change back to the right account and maybe I will share the link on Godot Coffee. Oh, the trial workspace is empty? Okay. There are no projects in workspace yet. But I don't know. There's actually pricing in there? Probably. Why would they create a free product? So yeah, I actually just wanted to share that. Just have to copy this and Godot Coffee. Where are the streams? They are here. So I don't know why, but recently Discord has been cropping the thumbnails, which is slightly annoying, but whatever. Now I do want to check that I didn't do anything weird. Yes, I did. I actually missed the spot, but that's okay. We can just save it. All right. So we're good to go. We're good to go. So where were we? We had done quite a lot of things, so maybe just watching. Also, I do want to put that away. So that and goodbye. So yeah, let's see what the game looks like. So we do have the skill and the faction reputation, skill level. We can choose what we want to target, and we have what we're doing currently. So we did create a second skill, and we handle multiplicity. Okay. But there's no clear line toward where I'm going. So that's pretty much what we will have to do. We will have to decide what we want to do next. So here we want to create more skills. Well, actually, just to add a description to that, it's going to be create young skills. Add internal, young internal and external. Really, that's not very important yet. At the moment, we will just work with one line, and that will be enough. So Import as normal. Yes, that's at the moment that's slow. Change scale requirement to match yin yang properties. Proportions. So that again is also low. And save system, at the moment I want to say it's a low priority too. And Darian, he's the first to jump in, so hey, nice to see you. I actually need, yeah, now I'm seeing the video feedback. Hope you're having a good day and that your project's doing fine. Potato with it? I think you're potato guy. Oh, and we do have the gorilla as well. And greetings to you. Oh, by the way, I actually wanted to add something. So where do I get the drive? Um, Actually, we'll see that. But I keep the contributors on the side. So, how's everybody doing? So here is it's fine here, definitely fine. Kind of chill. And yeah, I will let Darian jump in. Here we are trying to find the next tasks that we will do. So programming, design. So maybe I want to update the UI, updating the user interface so that it looks a little bit more cool. Because right there, that's a really big debug UI, and I want something different. Do I want menus? Sort of. Sort of. I could change this button. I could change this button. So let's see. Programming. So art. I kind of think that art will be making assets, while programming will be working with the UI. So I will have this. Change the next season button. And really, the estimated for this is 0.1. I mean, it's gonna be 5, I'm gonna say 10 minutes to give some room. If you have time, can you help me with my project? How did you do, how, like how I did when we first, with the first project? I feel with asking, and I promised the last time, no. Well, you can share. We can check if there's something we can do with that. Definitely. I guess I have Discord on this side. So you should be able to put that here in the live stream discussion. Because to be fair, right now there's no clear direction. I'm just trying to find where I'm going. So that will give me some time to think about it. And now that I think about this, the next season button could have different styles. Like it could be something like maybe time icons like an hourglass, something like this. Could be something like a hourglass or whatever. But it could also be something based on seasons, like leaves and flowers. If that makes sense. Is there something about spring? Yeah, it's sort of like this, but more general. Winter, snowflake. I'll probably go with an hourglass. Okay. Yeah, so you shared. Oh, I think. Okay, maybe you shared your project with a question, and since I was away, I forgot about it. Okay, I remember now. I completely forgot about this. So that's the game. So yes, there it is. So let me clone this. Mm. I think I just have to download it, to be fair. So let's see. Gonna come in download. And I'm just gonna create a new project in Godot. So if you're wondering how this usually happen, I just create a new project. I mean, I just bring the folder in there, except I don't want it inside another one. Okay, so we do have potato farm. Okay, let's open it. So we want to import Godot potato. I'm blind. I got it. This project is 4.2. That's not a problem. I do believe it's not a problem. The problem is that the data scene is not loaded only if you do an autoload. Yeah. But if I do, it works only if you set the whole game to be. So let's browse a little bit in there. We should be good. Sound related. So, potato farm. Okay. So that's user interface. You should have a game somewhere. No, we'll go in project settings and check what is the main scene. The main scene is user interface. That's peculiar, but why not? So that's the main scene. Well, that's pretty much why, I guess. Because here are the handlers. So what you want to do basically is you want to have a gray node, I guess, which is going to be game. And in there you want your handler potatoes. Well, that's a script, so no. What do we have here? Here we have the singleton, so I'm going to create another node. You have a game scene. Okay, you have a game scene, but if you go in your project settings, and here the main scene is user interface. So this doesn't work. But here you do have a game scene indeed, right? And actually you just want that, I guess. Because if I change this to game TSCN, and I start it, then here we create potatoes, and I guess that's it. Is that it? Because maybe you just forgot that you do have the wrong scene as the first one. So I don't know. The game is for phone, alright. That's funny. A short bit before picking up Godot, I made a text-based potato themed incremental just to make fun of some statements about poles and potatoes. A game mate of mine said. Took me about 3 hours of work. Well. And yeah, so if we did fix your problem, that's great. Because yeah, it can be confusing. That's why If that helps you, I don't know, but I always make sure that. So here I just started again and I have the loading. So yeah, loading works fine. And we have a passive generator. Well, not, it doesn't exist yet, but it's alright. So yeah, if this can help you, because this is something I never explained. The game node that I create by default, it is a convention of mine to always make this game node the root node of the project, no matter what. Even when I'm prototyping and I'm having my user interface for a while, I will always use the other one, the run scene instead of run game, and make sure that run game is only for my game node. That saved me from this kind of problems. Well, you need to make stupid mistakes. Stupid mistakes. People make stupid mistakes all the time. And they feel stupid because they feel intuitive to others. But I can tell you that there's just so many things which are definitely not that intuitive sometimes. You're different. Your expertise is somewhere else. But at least it is all better than the other one, right? Well, if that was Phenomenal Evil, yes, it's probably is. I actually didn't look at the code at all, but it probably is. And the UI is way clearer. The UI is way clearer. You can see where are the menus, the boxes, and stuff. I think you can. That's what we're doing here. So that could be a nice icon for season. I don't know. I don't know. Because Hourglass is not that bad either. Or we could have the calendar, but the calendar is kind of. It is wuxia, so a calendar is a little bit too much. However, the solar time like this, there's this kind of wrong epoch, but the sun is not that bad. Or we could use the sunrise. We could use the sunrise. I feel we're in the same boat. I tend to anticipate issues with my future code and then get caught off guard, but by the most stupid things instead. Yes, that's coding for you, programming. Which is why the art of visualization is absolutely crucial if you are a programmer. I talked about this yesterday, and yes, your ability to visualize thoughts is crucial. So I will download this. I will use this at the moment. So maybe I do want a background for this one, like a circle, like a pattern circle. And why is it not better than this? Circle, squares. Alright, that's a little bit weird. Oh, I think I see what they're trying to do. But that's not what I want. Oh, do I want a gradient maybe? Yes. There we go. I download this one as well. Yesterday I learned that you need to use pow instead of star star operator for non-integers exponents. Took me way longer than I'd like to admit to figure that one out. I actually never used the star star It's just, yeah, I don't know. Because I do feel like Star isn't very clear that you're making a. So I think I've been saved my tendency to always type everything fully. So so we're gonna change the next season button. That's the first very easy thing to do. With this little button here, we'll keep the script, okay, and we'll change the node actually. So change type to texture button, and there we go. We just want the size to be. We don't really care about that, but we do want a texture, which we didn't import. So download. Let's import something. So assets, textures, perfect. And sunrise. There we go. And we just need to bring this sunrise in there. Oh, the black behind it is a little bit too black. A little bit too black. And it's actually absolutely not clear what it does. It's so not clear. I will keep it like this at the moment, but it's very bad design. You were inches away from going on Sable Disc to bitch about my clamp acting up. Yeah. Mm. That's not a victory stretch, because there's no victory yet. But it is the get in the mood stretch. So I'm gonna change this, the color. That's gonna be 2B. The Godot 2B. Typical Godot 2B. But I just find it a little bit sad that you can't size the background more than that. New problem unlocked for Darian. The sunrise 2 is gonna replace sunrise 1. And there you go. So let's see how it looks like. Well, it's slightly better. Maybe I do need to add a tooltip. That could help. So text is going to be progress toward next season. Okay. Do we need cap? No. Progress toward next. So how does this look like? Yes, that's very simple. So maybe we want to create a few buttons. Let's see. I have to think about the structure of the UI. So I have to stay organized as well. Let's say 5 minutes. Don't really know, don't really care. So what is this? We have a 3 here. Remaining items. Okay. So let's enter title, new task. New task is going to be design design a basic UI for the game. And here I'm not really talking about programming, but I'm going with half an hour because I just need to have a blueprint. Sort of. Do I want to do that in Obsidian? Let's clear that a little bit. So that's my skill canvas. I will have to organize those as well. So this guy is going to be UI design. Okay. So here's our screen. So we do know by default that we have the next season button. I don't necessarily need to say what it is. We do know what it is. So we could go with buttons on the bottom of the screen. I actually want to change my position. So I kind of feel like the WuXia game I played had a decent UI for the skills. So that would be a skill book. I think a skill book. And yeah, you would have a skill book for internal, external. Yes, that would be cool. So Darian's asking. Now it tells me the program cannot be appended to due to lack of permission. That's weird. That's kind of weird. This could be Godot 4.3 related more than programming your game related. Hmm. So I want book icons. Because I'm definitely not gonna find book icons on a WuXia theme, but you are updating the version right now? Oh, because yeah, you didn't yet. Not having the permission to run the game is kinda odd. Not gonna lie. I actually want to increase the size of this one here. So 64. Maybe I will go with 128 actually. Sunrise 3. And here we do have this one that I will download as well. And I need something for the task, so scroll. What if I ask for quest? Treasure map? That could be great for upgrades. This orb with the plus. That could be good for upgrades. Yes, tight scroll is a good one for quest, I believe. But the circle is a little bit unclear. I'm not sure I do like it. Oh. Okay. I can work it like this. Okay, I'm gonna do that then. I'm so gonna do that. So I need to delete those who are that. Okay. So I'm going to re-download this one as well as oh, the enlightenment is not that bad. Okay, great. In that icon list you just browsed, the bottom leftmost one would make a killer work in progress indicator. Wish list. That's a little bit. So let's see. Book. Oh, the Inks World. Yes, they could. The 8 could. I'm gonna grab this one on the side. I'm gonna remove the background. And save it. Save it. It's actually quite interesting that Discord doesn't seem to realize I'm live. Okay. So where is it? Where's the streamer mode? Streamer mode. There it is activated. Oh, and now it sees it. Okay, great. Yes, and you did share the inks wheel. So yeah, we agree on that. It could be a good one, yes. Do I have it? Yes. So let's bring those 3 in there. Oh, and I did increase the size of this one, I believe. So let's delete this guy. And sunrise. So let's see. Just let's load bigger sunrise. I think it's bigger. Yes, it is. Well, it is big. It is big. You just make it rotate. Yeah, probably. I think we can try to make this work. Let's see if we can do that. So we want a texture rect. Okay. And it will take Inksware like this. We just add a simple built-in script which says that on ready we want pivot offset to be equal to size divided by 2. We do that. So we will have seen new folder tests and that will be passed. So we have this, okay. And now, oh, it's time to try animation. I'm not very good with animation, so version was the problem. Yeah, that's a little bit odd. But yeah, I'm not surprised either. So animation, new animation. We add a track, which is a property track for texture. And we want rotation. We want rotation. And now insert key. Okay. Well, let's actually just see. Layout, transform, and rotation. So can I actually, yes. So of course here I need to change the pivots because it won't do it otherwise. Okay. And we want it to go from, where's 0? 0. And we would want to go to minus 360. That sounds fair. But how do we do that? How do we give it a value? So it's continuous. Yes, value. So maybe I need to add another key. Like I have a key here at 0. Can I have a key at 0? And the value is going to be 0. And here, the value is going to be minus 360. So then I have the loop. And I want it to start. I can remember how to do that. Animation player. So maybe we want it to be a little bit more than 1 second. Like, no, 1 second could be great. So active. Okay. So, well, right there, it should be doing nothing. Yes, it does nothing. I just need to start it. Go to capture. Deterministic, no. Set and save. Callback method. I just need to find out how to try, well, it's not really cycling very well. But it does kind of work. I just need to find out how to start it. So we have, whoa, how do I read that? Cool Deluxe. What's Project WuXia? Project WuXia is a roguelike idle slash management adventure game where you try to go as far as you can without dying. Wuxia is a kind of culture, if we can say it that way, based on Chinese medieval martial arts. Maybe I can just go in the documentation at this point. We have 2 matches for starts. Play. From and. Well, then we can have play. Player. Playback. Oh, there's the lots. Autoplay. Properties. String. Autoplay. So how do I just change this autoplay? Why is there no autoplay? At this point, I'm seeking help here. Godot animation player autoplay. Play animation when the scene is started on the top right corner of the animation panel. Oh, what? Who decided that this icon is autoplay? Okay, now I see why. But geez, that's the wrong button. So it's cycling weirdly, but because if I go in my animation player, not really texture. If I go in the scaling, 0 and minus 360 should be the same. So there's something about the progression which is wrong, I guess. If I got this one, continuous, no? Yes, so it goes from 1 to 0 and time, or maybe just because it's not right, I guess. Is it better now? All right. That's for you, Fluffy. We have the loading, the in progress swirling. So that was a useless sidetrack. Not useless, but that was sidetracking a little bit, but that's very cool for later. That's very cool for later. Question. Do I really want round buttons? Because I don't know. I am not sure. Because maybe, just maybe, we'll need to have sort of pop-up windows. But do we want them to be on the entire screen? I don't think so. Maybe we just want them to be in the middle. So we will have a window opening with a kind of texture behind it, a texture button to allow it to close. We could try something like this. Only in the middle. Well, yeah, definitely. I'm gonna add the buttons. Actually, I'm just gonna check this because I'm not gonna design this in terms of design, but I will definitely program it. Should I create a new scene? Here are the debug labels. And okay, let's create a new margin. A 16 margin. And in there we'll have a horizontal box. which will contain two texture buttons. That margin will be bottom left, with the first button being the book, and the second button being the scroll. Something like this. Or maybe I want them to be next to the sunrise. That could be interesting, having them next to the sunrise, actually. As long as you don't misclick. So here we would have a horizontal box with the button in there, and those two guys would be here. Here with aligning at the bottom. And now we can just add something like a little bit more spacing. Maybe 16. Yes. So they could be, yeah, the big button here could be slightly smaller, but that's okay. Okay, so how do I create a front view? Okay. I'm thinking hard. It's starting to look nice. A little more color would do. Definitely, definitely. At the moment, what I'm thinking that I do want those buttons to still be accessible when you have a menu opened. So that when you have a menu open, you can still directly switch to another one, or just go to the next day without having to get rid of the menu, so you can do several things at once, if that makes sense. So what is this? Margin container is debug labels. This one is the debug task buttons. And this is the main menu, well, main buttons thing. So now I want something on the front. So I will have a big control node, which is going to be a texture button. I'm not sure that's what I want to do, but that's not a texture button. I want a texture button, which takes the entire screen, like this. And then in front of that, I want a tab container, sort of, which is going to be margin container, then tab container, but, well, no, because if I put a margin container, well, I can make it, I can allow it to pass. Yes. Texture button, margin, and I do need center. So here we'll have center, center, margin, tab. Or maybe not a margin. It will depend. Maybe I do need margin, maybe I do need a minimum size. Here, layout, minimum size, I don't know, 800? 640 is a little bit too much. But you should be centered though. Oh, because it's not. Wait a second. Just because it doesn't take the entire screen. Okay. So that would be the menu. So here we want tabs invisible. And we will create a skill book at the moment. Gonna dip today. Keep up the good work. Climbing back in the tree. Well, thanks for passing by, and I will see you next time. See ya, and good luck for whatever you're going to do. I need to see my feedback on the side. It's a little bit confusing otherwise. I can't wait to install the arm of the microphone. This is going to be so cool. And CK will watch the VOD later. Keep up the good work. Well, see you later, and thanks for dropping a comment because I had no idea you were there. So yeah, I'm just going to create a new scene. So that's design basic UI for the game. Yes, that will go. Let's say, I don't know, let's say 15 minutes, but I actually want to create a new task, which is going to be create a skill book scene. And this, let's think, I don't know, 1 hour, well, not 10, but 1 hour could be what we're doing. And let's try tracking. So we're going to create a skill book scene. So first I can see that this is going to be a vertical box. I will have a title. So here I have a header and a body. So that's going to be the header and body. And actually now I'm thinking, because someone wanted to see how to make UI for the village in either reboot. So I'm just going to notify them that I'm doing UI again. So I will mention, and I'm going to give the time as well. So I'll be doing some UI on the like today around 52 minutes, 53-minute mark. If they want to see how I do UI, that's how I do it. So header body. So body will extend, no doubt on that. And for the header, I will actually need a new icon, which is the secret book without background. and I want it slightly smaller, like 32. So let's bring it to our game and rename it Secret Book. No, that's the wrong one. Great. Is it? No, is the small one. So this one's going to be Secret Book background. And in the same logic, tide scroll background. And sunrise as well. Sunrise background big. Okay, sunrise background big. I'm going tomorrow is a big day, so I have to be ready. Sorry I can't stay, and thanks again for helping me. Well, you're welcome. And it's great that you actually learned something today. Yes, thanks for passing by, being here, and I will see you later. Okay, so I had my, so I do think that I do want to go in my project settings, find the textures, and want the default texture to nearest. Oh, maybe not. Maybe not. Linear? Okay, linear is maybe not that bad. Yes, that's gonna be linear, I believe. Okay, never mind. So skillbook. Skillbook will have its own scene. Skillbook. So we do have the header. Header, you're going to be a margin container. You will take the page box, and in the page box you will have a texture rectangle, then a label. So texture is going to be the secret book, the small one. But here it looks weird. What if I change the texture here? Nearer? Yeah, I'm not sure. Hmm. I think that when they downsize, nearest is better. But when they expand, linear is better. So I will have 8 pixels. Margin on all sides. Seems great. And here the theme, we want to head large. Oh, and as for the texture, we want to fit white. No, we just want to keep size actually. No size? No, keep size. But I don't want it to, oh, maybe that's because of the anchors. Yes, that's because of the anchors. So we want the label to say skill book, basically. So here's the header, great. And now that we do have the header, I forgot something. I forgot to link available for you to watch. So in the body, here in the body, it's going to be a main menu on the left, and then we will have scrolling things in there. So because of that, we need a horizontal box again. Well, not that. I want the body to be a horizontal box. Come on, twice in a row. Change type. So that's the body. And here we have on the left the vertical menu and then the sub body. NCK say, man, I can't sleep. It's 2 a.m. in my country. Maybe I watch you working till I fall asleep. Then I will try not to shout and be super excited. Not really the point of the stream, anyway. But yeah, you will unconsciously learn a thing. Feeding your unconscious is always a good thing to do. So secondary body, you will go expanding. Vertical menu, I just need to give it a minimum width. Like 80 is not enough. Yeah, definitely not. 160? 240? 240 is like, it's decent. 240 is fine. Then I will add a margin container for a separator. So we have a vertical separator. So we want the top margin and the bottom margin to be, well, yeah, 16 is great. So this secondary body here is going to be its own tab container. So this will be a tab container. And the tabs, and I will remove the style of the panel. So new style box flat, which I will actually say. It's just going to be a transparent background. So assets, textures, styles. Maybe I want to create categories. Yes. I'm gonna sneeze. That's right, it's going away. Transparent. Does it take an A or an E? I can't remember. I think it's an E. And we have Yuri, who tags in. Hi, Yuri. Did I ever get home in time, but stream started an hour ago. Yeah, well, you didn't miss much. We've helped Darian a little bit, and we started working on the user interface. And actually, I will go fetch tissues because I need to blow up my nose. All right. I am back. OBS. So yeah, skill book. So I have the tab here, and in a vertical menu, which is going to be a margin, I believe. Change type margin, B box, and we will have a few buttons in there. Do I want buttons or links? Or maybe I could have those. Oh, I have an idea. So I'm going to drop this, I mean to leave it on the side. Well, no, let's do that right now actually. We don't need to set a size for that. I just need to bring in a new texture because I forgot to bring in this one the last time. Forgot to bring this texture, but it's fine. Okay, we already have it. Godot. And there we go. Where is it? Oh, we already have it. Okay, never mind. Well, actually, I do miss the background. So background, gradient, plane, circle, and the foreground. I just need to downsize it a little bit. All right. So that's for this one. And for the second one, which is going to be the external. Oh, the font could be interesting. I'm gonna use the high punch, I guess. Okay, I just had an idea because we do have acrobatics. And this is going to represent the flying skills. And this could be interesting to have on the side as a way to unlock new exploration areas. That's an interesting idea. I don't think I'm going to forget it, so I don't really need to write it. Um, I won't do something, just flying skills. Could unlock or be useful during exploration, and that's it. But yes, this thing, well, it doesn't really fit well. This one probably fits better. Yeah, it fits better. So we need to bring those two new things. I believe. Oh, you are in the wrong folder. Extras. So we'll have high kick background. And meditation background. So this way, here we will have texture buttons. And high kick. So now we just have to work with the margin a little bit better. So margin 8 on all sides and 8 at the separation. So maybe we can add some tooltips. So here tooltip one. So that's going to be internal button, internal, external. Yes, tooltips. Tooltip. Okay, so how does it look like? That's very simple. Effective. Now let's see how it looks like with the entire game. So user interface, tab container, and here we do bring the scene skill book. Oh, it's not that big, but it's okay, we don't have that much skills. Okay. Okay, that's great. Or maybe we could position this slightly differently if we consider that this is the kind of footer of the game. I'm not sure. Whoa. Moving everything. How long is it on this task? 20 minutes. That's great. We are very fine. So back to the skill book. So here we want to make kind of skill cards. We kind of want to make skill cards. So I'm gonna create one. So what is it going to be? Skill card. I need I will have an XP progression at the bottom. So we do need a vertical box anyway. We need a margin to encapsulate everything. Like a usual 8. And then, so this V box, the horizontal is going to be full, but the vertical is going to be like this. So we will have the experience control. Experience or progress. And above that, we could have, well, that's going to be the definition or description. In this, to this progress is going to be margin plus progress bar. At shy progress bar without a text. Without a text. 26 pixels height. That seems fair. That seems fair. So we can create a custom text. We already did that once, which will show in the middle, but that's not necessary yet. That can go in the backlog. It's very quick. Just list it so that we think about it. So backlog, we will have programming, maybe something different. Art, design, design. Add a progress text to skill progression. In the description, we do want the texture of the skill. Let's see. I will change that to a horizontal box anyway. Because we will have on the left the texture. Or the icon, or let's say texture. And then we'll have the text description. So text or description. So here, let's change this texture. Texture rectangle. Let's use this icon at the moment. And for the alignment, we want it to be centered. It's gonna be great. Okay. And description. Let's put some space. Description will be a vertical box. No. No. I need to change the type. We do want it to expand. That's gonna be details. And details as well. So here we will have a label. A header medium. Or header small maybe. So that would be a skill name. Debug skill name. Do we want, well, the description of the level, I guess. So we will add another label. Maybe we want max level with the number here. And a current level. Or maybe the level could be in the title. What if I add another label? Which is going to be level. So here, this V-box container here, it is one skill. But I probably want to add something like a panel behind it. Like a panel with a margin and a skill in it. So that panel, where is it? The panel is center. Well, not really. It's going to be top stretching. Okay. Because we do have margin. Yes. Panel is top stretching. And this should take the entire place. But we do need a V-box. Yes. And that V-box is entire screen. Yes, we do agree. Secondary body, margin, V-box panel. Oh, it's not a panel container, my bad. There we go. Maybe 16 pixels margin. Okay. It looks fine. And this panel here is the skill. So if I do duplicate it, that's what it looks like. And our that's alright. That could be worse. So I'm just gonna remove one. Because at the moment we didn't work with the style. So it's very much transparent panels over transparent panels. But it does look like something. So I will leave this skill book on this side for now. User interface, we do have this big part here. So what we want to do at the moment, let's create, I want to say dummy functioning. So we want a built-in script for the texture button here. So this will be the, how to name that? Front menu? It's unique. So the texture button. Let's create a behavior on pressed. So what we want to do is to allow it to toggle like this. And from menu itself, since it is a button, we want to do something similar. We want to grab the pressed signal to connect something on it. And here, I just want visible equal to false. Okay, let's see how this is going. We can open the skill book. Then we can click on it to turn it down. But the point is that we can click anywhere. But if we click inside it, we're good. I missed something. It's the cultivate button here. It's missing. So I will need to add this. Kill book. Details. If possible in the first one. So we have the horizontal box. In C we add a button. So the cultivate button. Too much. Ah. I think it looks okay. All right. What was the task? The task was create a skill book scene. Well, that's done. I guess. I guess we're good. Can we? Can you go away? No? Okay. Never mind. So let's see what we have. I wanted the buttons in there to be in front. We can do that. We can definitely do that. Isn't there something better? Maybe we can... Oh, actually it's not done. I still need to do this type container thing. Okay, go back to it. I forgot this. So we have the secondary body and we have a tab container somewhere. Where it is the secondary body. So this is internal skill. technically I can duplicate it, rename it external skills, and just change the texture. Like this. Just letting you know, still here. Just let you know you still here. Well, technically I do know that I am still here. But I do know that you are still here as well. So I will just need to bind those two buttons. And technically in my external skills, I can duplicate this skill here to have skill 2 and change the texture to load to this. Yes, I am. Well, it's good to know. Because I do see vaguely how many people are watching, which is around 7, 8. But yeah. I will keep going at the moment because I do have things I want to do. It's much later usually that I do decide to stop if there's no people. So right now I just need to bind the left buttons to change the tab container. So here are the buttons actually. Okay, so secondary body will make it unique. Just that simple. Here I don't want to spend too much time on that. I'm just gonna connect the press behaviors. And behavior is going to be very simple. Maybe you can try this. So we do have an error. Skillbook, TRC, and possible cyclic resource inclusion. Does that make sense to me? Not sure. Because it should be something, could be something that just. And the great Lavine says hi. Well, hi to you. I don't remember having seen you around. I don't think so. So, welcome here. I do game dev streams, tutorials on my videos, and yeah, if you care to introduce yourself and or your project, feel free to do so. We can discuss it. So I kind of lost my train of thoughts. But I do believe that, yeah, it's actually working quite nice. And cultivate does nothing. You've been incognito a couple of times. You're usually the quiet one. Yes, there's a lot of quiet ones. That's the majority. I'm a quiet one as well. Well, I used to be. Now that I'm going full, I don't want to say frontal because that's different, but now that I'm on the front of the camera, I tend to be more active in the comments and or chats. Oh, we do have a progress. That's interesting. It's been there for a long time. That's a big typo. Now it's better. Okay, so let's round this up. So create a skill book scene. Well, we can go into testing technically. Let's see if we need anything more. Now what we could do is have this skill here, have this button be connected to the debug skill we have. That's something we could do. Wish you so much of progress. Well, thank you. And I wish you progress on your own projects, own games and stuff. Wishing you back. So yeah, I think we can round up this little menu by connecting this. I'm gonna log this again. So I'm just gonna grab the controls to be fair. Debug task buttons, that's the first one. We do have quite a lot of things in the debugger. Yes, that's problems of nodes. So I could just go with, so that's a tab container, and we should fix it. Let's do that. Just for the sake of doing clean things. So here front menu is it's a texture button actually. Oh, interesting. So anyway, we took that code and we want to bring it to our skill book. So skill book, internal skills. The first one, the button. Unpressed, we want to type cultivate. It's kind of messy, but it should work. And now that we are in there, I will go in my styles, create a theme. Okay, and I will create a new theme. So I will change the base to change the button. And here I want to take care of the focus. Icon focus, focus outline, no. Font focus, no. It's right there, focus, here. So I want to create something new. Both button style focus, new style box plat. And actually I can load the transparent background. And I think this way we get rid of whatever is bothering me. I just need to go in project settings, apply the theme, base, and restart. Right. Okay, this time that's the victory stretch. Wow. I believe it is. Let's try this. So, we can skip time to cultivate. Then we can go on chores to increase the faction. And we can go in our skill book and cultivate this skill. And then go back to skipping time. That's interesting. That's very cool. Okay. So I do believe we have quite some time left regarding, yes, the hour I have set for this. So what I'm going to do is I will try to flesh it out a little bit. So here, internal skill, texture, we have this. Details. So that's going to be game internal skill. Max level. So this we could grab. Hmm. We're gonna go with. We need to grab. We need to create scripts. So let's see. On faction level up. We want to do a few things. So first, let's connect this. Factions. So we just want to change the text. So we'll have a date text. Okay. So variable new text is going to be equal to max level. And here new text, we will add skills dot ref dot get max level, and we want skill 01. That's wrong. It is. By the way, what is Project WuXia about? I wasn't here at the start of the stream. Thanks for explanation. If you want to watch the full explanation, it is in the stream from yesterday. There's a full explanation which explains it in details. But if we sum it up quickly here, it is a roguelike adventure game, sort of, which you play as a semi-idle slash management game. So we actually can now use the game as a reference because we can start to look. You will have skills you will have to train. So here we have the skill level, which will allow you to perform actions like task quests. And you will basically balance training your skills within your skill book or going on quest, which isn't fully implemented yet. And you will balance the two to try to go as far as you can before your character dies. So the most common death is going to be old age by default. That's going to be the time limit of the game. So you will have to choose wisely what you want to do. But there will be different kind of endings if you, for example, try to go on quests, which are very too high level and too dangerous, you could die during quest. So by default, you have access to a small amount of skill levels. So you do have to balance your practice, your cultivation of your skills, and your quests. How often you're going to go on quests and do chores for the faction you are working for, because they will give you skills as you do work for them. So right now, if you actually look at the game, the first thing you can do, for example, is train your yin internal skill. So you are cultivating, and when you skip the time, you will see that you level up. However, we start level 3 maximum, so he will stuck. And seasons keep passing by, years keep passing by, but we don't get any better. For that, we do need to do chores for the faction, which increases the faction level, faction reputation, which in return gives us more skills, more skill level to go higher. So that's pretty much the main game loop. Choosing what you want to do. Do you want to train? Do you want to go do quests to fetch items or get levels? And that's kind of an exploration game. What can you find? How far can you go? That kind of things. And what level can you reach as well? That could be, there's no clear-cut ending at the moment. So here, we are trying to see the maximum level of the yin internal skill. Are we in the right skill? Internal skills, yes. That's weird. Oh yes, I just didn't. I forgot that. So text equal new text, obviously. So let's see. Here in the skill book, the max level is 3. We can cultivate it. But if we do a few chores, it should be 4. Okay. And 6. And we can go up to 10. Okay, that's interesting. That works. And now we should be able to bring in the skill level. Let's see. I'm just going to copy this for the label 2. So this is max level, and this is going to be level. So, except that the trigger is going to be different. On skill leveled up. So we want to update the text. And for the level, we just want to get the level. Okay, let's see. Let's see how it turns out. Max level 3, level 0, we cultivate it. It's level 1, great. And yeah, we're max level. So we can go on chores. Okay, that's very cool. That's very cool. So I guess we can say that this scene is at the moment, it has reached the point I wanted to reach. So we are actually 56 minutes over 1 hour. That's very close. That's cool. And I'm actually going to bring add progress text to scale progression. So I will send to the board print one. Oh, that's pre-production. So maybe that's wrong. Maybe I should be in pre-alpha. Maybe I should be in pre-alpha. Because pre-production, technically, I am in production right now. I don't know. I'm not so very well versed in the project management thing. So anyway, add progress text to the scale progression. That shouldn't take more than 15 minutes, but I'm going to take 30 because I want to go chill. We do have a problem here. Key is never used. Now it is. We've been live for 2 hours. That's great. That's great. Debugger 4 things. It's kind of weird that, oh, those are just not cleared. Okay. All right. So we wanted to change the progress in this progress bar. So in this progress bar, I will add a horizontal box, which will take the progress bar in there, and we will have 2 label as well, 3 label actually. Okay, so that's middle, that's left, and that's right. So right and left, they will extend. They will expand, right and left expand. So this way, because right and left expand, middle should always be in the middle. So that's cool. This is something you have to do when you have labels which may change size on both left and right. If you have, for example, something over 1000, and when it decreases, you go to 600, so you lose a number which reduces the size of the label, which moves everything from the center. So you don't want that to happen. So here we have the container. Okay, and let's actually create the script in there. So let's see. We want to watch skill progressed, and we need a key, but at the moment we will ignore the key. So what we want to do is skills, grab skill progressed, and connected. So we want to check something. Did we create a function is max level? That's interesting. I don't think so. So I'm gonna create it. Get progression, progression. So here we're gonna go with is max level. We give it a key, and it returns a boolean. So return get level key is superior or equal to get max level. That should be it. If the level is superior or equal to the get max level, then we return true, otherwise false. Okay. So back to the progress bar. Update progress. So if skills.ref.is max level, oh, it's not saved. So if it is max level, we want to pass because I want to grab all my nodes. So on ready, bar left. Okay, let's get the nodes. Okay, so we've got the 3 nodes. So if max level, we want left dot text to be empty, right dot text to be empty, and middle to be equal to max level. Seems great. Dot text, of course. Otherwise, if that is not the case, we do want left. Oh, that's going to be a tough one. So left dot text is going to be equal to, and here I need to grab a value. A value which is going to be, I will need to create a new request. Here we have get progression, and I will create get requirements. And get requirements will be this. So in our skill book, that will be skills. I think I will create variables. So var progress int is going to be equal to skills ref get requirements of skill 01 minus its progress. So skills dot ref dot get progression of skill 01. Here we will have requirements, and we'll get requirements. Well, we could go differently. We could have this one first and just use requirement here. So we can bring all this back. Okay. And now left is going to be equal to progress. So string of progress. Middle is going to be equal to this. And right will be equal to requirements. And we want to watch skill progression and faction level up. So on faction leveled up. So we will have the key, and we want to update the progress. As well as we do want to update the progress when we start. Okay, how is this working? Yeah, we forgot the alignment of the label to right. All right, so we have 0 over 1, and then we have 0 over 1 again, and now we have 0 over 2, 1 over 2, and we'll max level. Great. So now we can level up, but this didn't update. I didn't connect the faction level up. Faction the ref. Faction level up, and we are cool. So let's try again. We want to go level 3. So now we're max level. We'll go level 4, and again it doesn't work. Okay. Well, oh, because of the key, my bad. And I will have to be right back a few seconds. Okay, I'm back. Linking back to earplugs, and we're good. Again, this little notification as usual. Get rid of that. So, I was wondering why the text doesn't update here. Because it should not show max level. Because let's see. Let's just see update progress on faction level up. It should go max level. Okay. And now we should have this update progress. Of course. So why? Oh, okay. Interesting. Oh, I actually didn't put the progress of the bar. So I do need to have... Update progress. Okay. Requirement progress. So here we will go with max value is equal to requirements and value equal to progress. Are we okay with that? And at the same time, I will do what I wanted to do in the first place, which is having the main menu, the main buttons, in front of the front menu. That's kind of weird to say it like this, but like this. So let's see. I should be able to open that, cultivate, and skip time. So here, okay, so max level, we want value to be equal to 0. Let's add this, and we should be good. The progress bar, value equals 0. Great. So now we'll level up faction by 1. This is very great. I really like it. I really like it. It said that it's kind of hard-coded and we still have the other skills to work with. It's cool. But we do have things in the debugger. Visible, so we still have this. Where are we? Texture button. Oh, it's here. Okay, I got it now. So key is not used. And we still have those two guys. So anyway, I can get rid of that. As in, I have no idea what time I spent on that. So I will leave it. And I will just try to get rid of those So integer division, yes. But that's what I want to do. So I don't remember how I'm supposed to do that. If I put int here, maybe if I have int on both, I know there's a way, just how. Debug, okay, that's not what I meant. We could do something, okay, let's try some. That could be very, very, very weird, but we could do that. Yeah, exactly. But that's one gone, and there's still this enum thing. Integer used when an enum value is expected. Cast the integer to the enum type. This one I don't know. Still don't know. So maybe I will ignore it at the moment, because I will have to look for this one off screen because I really don't know. So now the question is, what do we want to do next? What do we want to do next? Hmm. Wait a second. Oh, that's not supposed to happen. So the tab container here should be blocking. Okay, let's do that. Tab container, mouse, stop. Okay, that's better. That's way better. So we could think about chores, or we could work with this yin external skill. We could work with tasks. We could try adding the texture that we created. That could be fun just for the fun of having it around. So in the user interface here, in the debug task buttons, I'm just gonna add the test scene. Because it looks nice. It does nothing, but it turns. We could have it turn way slower. Let's see. Okay, it's kind of weird that it doesn't show what I did. Current animation? Because I had something with 1 second, but it's not 1 second here. It does work. Speed scale. Current animation, new animation. Okay. If I go in the editor, okay, now it's 1 second. So how do I define the length? Animation, new animation. Yep. Animation length, 2.5. Okay. And that second key will be at 2.5. It should be way slower. Yep. So at the moment, no plan to have time passing by default, but we could. I don't think it's necessary to work on skills that much, like doing the external. We could go with the tasks. Because at some point we will need to change or update this component a little bit so that it takes a skill ID, and with the skill ID it does whatever it has to do. So tasks, yeah, maybe we can think about tasks, but we will need a faction menu. So maybe we can just create a new button for the factions. That could be interesting. So let's create a new button. I think Pagoda could be great for the faction. That would represent the faction. So we have Pagoda 2 with the background. Pagoda background. Okay. And we will just add it to the Here. We want to load a Godot background. So this is going to be faction. So by clicking on this button, we will open the same menu. We'll open the front menu. So this one will have to manage tab containers. So maybe we want this to be tab container and leave it unique. I think we will have to work with that differently. Front menu here might need to be to handle everything, all the kind of navigations. I will take skill book. I will duplicate it. Can I duplicate it? Like, I can copy, save branch as a scene. So I'm going to copy, create a new thing, and paste from clipboard. So this will create a new node. And I will just get rid of the body. Well, actually, I might keep the left menu. That will just change this to be faction. Why is it so small? I need to create a pagoda small. I need to create pagoda small. So foreground, you will expand, size 32, and background none. What am I working on? Nothing. So that will be create a faction menu. 1 hour seems correct. I don't know. So I think I did download it. Yes. So I can bring my pagoda in there. And that's pagoda's mode. Just checking. Seems correct. Okay. So here we need a few buttons, I guess. This is just changing the tab. Okay. Maybe I need to save that in its own scene. Skill book, faction. The first icon would probably be question mark. So we have uncertainty background. Maybe I could organize my icons a little bit more. So general informations. Not so sure right now. Not so sure of the icon, to be fair. What if I type faction? Science fiction? No. What if I type reputation? No. Hmm. Finding correct icons here is going to be challenging, but social interaction. Hmm. I will keep this question mark at the moment. General informations, and that will come internal skills. So that's going to be general information. And whatever is in there. And actually the second button can be gone. Okay. Now it's a real faction manual. So that's the tab container, general informations. Great. So what we do want is to show we need a VBox, definitely. That's going to be the faction name. Theme, header medium, centered, in faction. Followed by a separator. In faction. So at the moment, all we have to do is faction reputation and progress. Yeah, that's very simple. So I'm going to be centered. Okay, so that's we'll just have a label. Centered. And a progress bar, like which will work exactly like the one from the skill book. The skill book. I will probably grab the progress bar and paste it. Okay, let's size this a little bit better. What if I have a margin for you too? As well as VBox, of course. So let's see, let's give you a little bit more horizontal margins. Maybe even 160. Some spacing could be nice. 40 pixels. Yeah. We have the faction reputation, which is this guy. And then we have the progress, so maybe we can add a progress. Yeah, progress. And just add another spacing in there. So what next level? Or maybe... Okay, I have another idea for this manual, but I won't execute it right now. I will need the broom. That will be the icon for the trolls, I guess. Then we have another one. Door and gate broom. Why is broom in door and gate? Oh, probably because of the 2O. That would make sense. Oh, that could be a nice icon for the faction. Yep. Yep. So let's duplicate the button and make this one, well, that's going to be trolls. Oh no, that's 0. So we need to bring the broom background. That's cool. Extra normal. We'll copy the code and paste it. So let's add a center container. No, not a center, a margin, which is going to be trolls. Okay. Let's just add a visualizer here. Tell us we are in trolls. Something like a label. Center, trolls. But let's see what the game is looking like right now. This does nothing. This opens that, so we do need to open this. Okay, right. I wanted to change this, and it's quite a big change. Quite a big change. So texture button 3 here. Okay. Now I'm gonna create a variable for the front menu. I will use it more than whatever we have here. And what it will do is if front menu, we need to change its tab container. Its container, no, it's current tab. Okay, current tab. So anyway, I do need to create a different script. Okay. I'm gonna remove the built-in script and I'm gonna create a real one. So we have front menu. We have current tab. So by default, 0. And we will create a few things. So we need to create a few requests. So we'll have request skill book. And then we will have request faction. So if visible and current tab is equal to 0, then we want visible to be equal to false. Else we want visible to be equal to true and current tab 0. And I'm just gonna grab this and change 0 by 1. Request faction. So here on pressed, we will get front menu. Well, we can get rid of that. So we'll have front menu as front menu. Dot request skill book. And this we copy. So we can create a new script and request faction. So I don't know how this will turn out. So request the skill book. Okay. We can close it. We can still skip time. And we request faction. Which doesn't seem to... Oh, I didn't change. Okay. I think... actually... No. It's because I need to change the current tab of the container. So here... we have tab container, which is unique. Well, we don't necessarily need to make it unique, but we can have onReady variable tab container and grab tab container. So that way, tab container dot current tab is equal to 0 and 1. That should be better. So we open the skill book, we close it, and we open the faction, and nope. Because there's no tab other than skill book. So we bring in faction, and that should be tab 1. Faction. Actually, not that bad. Trolls. And we can go to skill book, faction skill book, faction skill book, close. Looks correct. It looks very correct. Oh, that's another victory stretch. Oh, those two icons, they definitely don't fit. I will have to change those two. Hot news. Looks like Pass of Exile 2 early access will be available from November 15th. I'm not so sure if I should be excited by this. Actually, it's been such a long time I haven't played Path of Exile. But I don't know why I'm a little bit scared that the second one is not as good as the first. Which no one should be scared about this, because technically they are working on the problems of the one to be better in the two, but I don't know. But yeah, I will have to play the latest leaks first. Hmm. Settlers of Kalgors. That's the new one. Okay. Maybe I will play it. I should. I don't know what I did when I stretched, but it turned out bad. Turned out bad. It's alright. We could try to, just for fun, add a timer in there. On timer timeout to skip time. Just to have it on timer timeout. We want task. No, we want game time. progress time. So timer as timer, of course. And when we click on that texture right, we want it to pose, but it's not a button. So that's kind of annoying because it's not a button. But let's see. Oh, we have time passing by. So every time it completes a circle, okay, that's interesting. Actually, watch this with the cultivation. It's actually not that bad. So this is why this game can be semi-idle. Years are passing by very fast. So what to do next? Next I should work on the chores. Most likely. I will create a few tasks. So create a faction menu. I guess we can say that this faction menu is decent. Like, okay, let's create subtasks for this. The first one's going to be connect faction level and progression. That's going to be the first task. And the second one is create ports. And actually there's so much more to do because at the moment we don't handle multiple roles. So create faction tasks list. Okay. And now we need to handle role multiplicity. Or actually task multiplicity. This one I'm considering 2 hours. That's very wide. And this faction menu, I think 30 minutes in will be enough the next time. How? Hey, how's the project coming along? And also, how did you come up with the name Project WuXia? The project is turning out fine. You can actually see it right there. I'm just going to disable this because I don't want this, but whoopsie. So far we have access to a skill book. The first skill is the only one which works. The other one are here for display, but we only can cultivate the first one. And yeah, we can skip time every time we click on this sunrise to spend into past seasons. So we can see that we are increasing in the skill level. We still have the debugs for the trolls, which allows us to increase the faction reputation, and which by in returns increases the max level we can reach, so we can go higher. And that's pretty much it. Also, how did you come up with the name Project WuXia? Honestly, it's just a project name, so it's not very well researched. It's just because the game is based on the wuxia culture. So I just want it in English, if that's too much to ask. Uh, me. Okay, anyway. So yeah, that's wuxia. Wuxia is the term to define the Chinese culture regarding the medieval martial arts fantasy culture. It's mediumly well known around this part of the globe. But yeah, I guess a great way to talk about this is to speak about this MMORPG. That's a great explanation of what Wuxia is. It's basically martial artists from the East, pretty much. And it's named Wuxia. There's another theme which is Xianxia, I think. But it's more fantasy, more less realistic, while Wuxia is more, it's closer to what could be real. So yeah, we are day 2 on the project, and it's not that bad. I mean, day 2, even less than that, because we are, let's say, we can actually count. We are 9 hours in the project. And actually, right now, I'm thinking about wrapping it up because I'm a little bit tired. And when I see what I have to work on next, which is this faction view to connect this faction menu and work on the tasks, I'm getting a little bit lazy about it and I don't really want to work about that right now. Now that I think about it, I will create a new task, find new icons for the faction menu. Maybe I can work on that. But honestly, odds are that I will not stay very, very long tonight. I mean, what time is it? Oh, it's alright. It's 11. But yeah, I actually want to change those buttons because they are quite not that good. It's just too bad that the broom icon is that bad. Worker? Well, that's a good icon for tasks, but kind of away from whether, oh, that could be great for socializing. That could work for reputation. Hmm. So yeah, anyway, I think that's gonna be today's today's job. That's what we did. The skill book and the faction. So I will say thank you to everyone who's been there today. The VOD will be available on the channel I have to create a playlist for this project. And yeah, what did I say? I said thank you, and I will probably see you tomorrow. Same time, around 7, 8 p.m. Well, it will not necessarily be the same for you, but around the same time frame, I will create the stream live as soon as I know when I will start. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I will see you tomorrow. Probably. You practice your game dev, you make good things, and I'll see you later.